right, good morning. This is Brady Pugh with Sons Naturescapes out of Iowa. And we're going to get kicked off with our first big project of the season, the 2023 season. Got a little retaining wall today. And by little, it's actually pretty big. We're going to do about 7.5 foot tall retaining wall. And we're going to start with our excavation, and we'll kind of give you some tips and pointers and things that you should be looking for. Whether you're building it yourself or you're hiring a contractor, to make sure you understand what you're buying. We're going to go ahead and we'll get started on this thing. All right, so here's the wall location that we're going to be building, and just so you can see, so this is a pretty tall location up here, and we're going to get the skid loaders out and we're going to get started. See you at the other side. All right, didn't take us too long, but here's the bulk of the main excavation. And now we'll get started on digging our trench to the foundation. We are getting ready for day 2 of our retaining wall project today. We have to actually, technically it's day 3. We got rained out yesterday, so we didn't video anything. We're going to get out there, we're going to finish up what little bit of our excavation we need to finish, and then we're going to get going on some base and some foundation blocks. So let's get going. All right, let's see where our wall is here for the morning. A little bit of dig work left. We got a little bit of water to deal with, but should be good to go. Set our first block here. Now I wanted to show you a little bit about what we do with our foundations. Okay, so we use all clean aggregate. We don't use anything with fines in it. So this is a 1.5 inch clean limestone base. Okay, that's what we do. And then on top of that, instead of using sand, we use a 3/8 inch limestone chip. And why this is important, we get rid of all those fines. Fines are what cause your wall to settle. So this is a foundation method that we've been using now for about 8 years, and it just makes your base that much stronger, and holds up better over time. right, we're at the end of day 2, and our foundation in. We got a couple of or one course of blocks stacked, at least partially, and took us a little bit around our curve. We wanted to make sure that we got our radius right, so that as we go up, we don't have issues with stacking this wall. This is where we finished out for the day. We're getting ready to go on day 3. Today we're stacking wall. We're to the fun part. Yesterday we took some extra time to make sure our foundation was good. You really should take a considerable amount of time doing that correctly. That's when you should let your OCD out, because you really want to make sure that that base is good and level and all smooth across the board. What that does for you, especially on a tall wall, you'll have issues if you have any inconsistencies, as you stack that wall up, you'll have more and more problems. So that a problem on the foundation course may not show up until 4 or 5 courses up, and then you start seeing some blocks that are not level, or they're not lined up with the blocks next to them. So you really want to make sure you focus on making sure that that course is correct. Something else that you'll pay attention to that we'll do today as well. Every time you go to your next course, you should really brush off or get your small leaf blower out, or whatever you have. Make sure you brush all the stones and small rocks and dirt and anything else off the surface of your course below, because as you stack that, anything that's pinched between those rocks is going to cause inconsistencies later on. So anyway, we're going to get out to the job site here, and we're going to get stacking block. We're out here at our retaining wall project. The homeowner has actually asked us to lay some sod in a couple of areas, so we're going to actually take a break from retaining wall for a bit and lay some sod out quick. Alright, good morning. It's Monday morning and we're working on our retaining wall project yet again. The guys are already hard at work. We're going to get this time-lapse video going, and we'll see you at the end of the day. here's where we left off yesterday. We're getting pretty close to being done. We just got to get up to the top there, so we had about 4 more rows, and we will be wrapped up. Getting ready to head off for lunch here. Here's our wall stack. We'll come back after lunch here and we'll finish up the caps and clean up.